So we're a month into lockdown and the weather is getting nicer and nicer, and I don't know about you, but I'm spending a lot more time in the garden. I'm really interested in growing vegetables, probably because we're very focused on food at the moment and cooking and eating, and so I like to try and grow as much of my own produce as I possibly can. I know it's been difficult over the last few weeks to try and get hold of seeds or vegetable plants. So if you've got an opportunity, this is a good time to make friends with your neighbours and perhaps pass any spare seeds over the fence, or any plants that they don't want they might give to you. If you've got a big vegetable garden, that's fantastic. If you haven't, like me, then you need to be a little bit more creative in where you're going to grow your vegetables. So I thought I'd show you some of the things that I've been doing. My garden isn't huge and I don't have room for a large vegetable patch, but I have cleared some areas in the borders so I can grow different bits and pieces in between the flowers. So over here, I've got a couple of things growing. I've got some beans that I sowed a few days ago, waiting for those to come up. There's some chard, you can see the leaf in the middle. And over here we've got some potatoes, which I sowed just around Good Friday. Now those are coming up nicely and I'm going to be earthing those up probably in the next week or so. But I have a confession to make. These are not certified seed potatoes. These were ones that I found in my vegetable drawer and they'd started to sprout, and I decided to put them in as I was too late to get any other potatoes. And I think in the current climate, really anything goes. If you haven't got any space in the garden, then you can grow your vegetables in containers. And I've got a selection of things happening here. So in these wooden boxes, I've got some cut and come again lettuce, which I sowed a couple of weeks ago. And I used this old window that I saved from when we were doing up the house to give it some shelter and heat to start those seeds off, instead of putting it inside a greenhouse. I've got another box over here. I'm going to be sowing some carrots in that later on today. And lettuce in a pot there, and also in this old bath there are some courgettes that I've planted out just a few days ago, which are starting to look really healthy, and I hope I'm going to get some produce on that soon. But any container would be suitable. You just need to think about drainage, make some holes in the bottom so the water doesn't sit there. Compost is a bit of a problem at the moment. I know it's hard to get hold of, and really in these difficult times I don't see any reason why you can't use some ordinary garden soil, as long as you make sure that it's free of any weeds or any old roots that might cause problems with the vegetables that you want to grow. If you haven't got any space outside, you can have a bit of fun on a kitchen windowsill. This is a leek that I was cooking with a few days ago, and I've just cut the bottom off and popped it into this jar of water here, just like that. And you can see that the roots have already started to grow, and it's sprouting up in the middle. See the green bit there coming through. And this is one that I started off about 2 weeks ago, which has formed this long shoot, and I'm looking forward to chopping that up and seeing what that tastes like. So don't be put off by lack of space, but take this opportunity to get out into the garden and start producing your own homegrown vegetables.